So in direct and indirect, we have the first assertive form. Today I'm first explaining the assertive form to you in detail. In assertive form, we have exclamatory marks or those inverted commas that changes to that. Said remains said only. Only when said is with the word to, then only it will change to told. Says remains says and says to. When says is along with the word to, then only it is going to change to tells. If to is not there, then says will remain says, said will remain said. But when it adds on with the word to, it will change to told in past, and in present it will change to tells. Will say remain will say. Remember class, whenever we have the concept of says, tells, will say, these three concepts. So always remember that whenever these three words are there before the inverted commas, we never change the tense of the inverted commas brackets. So we never change the tense. Next, we will we'll learn how we change the tenses according to the table. So it's precisely very easy to understand that whenever you have is am are, change it to was were. Whenever you have has have, change to had. Whenever you have was were, changes to had been. So your present concept changes to past and past changes to past perfect. So here simple present. Simple present is am are or any verb in first form. Play, plays, go, goes. So they will change to simple past. Is am are will change to was were. Next we have write, writes, changes to wrote. Here do does not write because do does is precisely only used for simple present. So here do does not write will change to did not write. So do does always changes to did. But when you are having it in interrogative, then it will not change to did. I'm repeating, when the same format you are having in interrogation, at that point, we will not change do does to did. Remember. Okay. But at that time also, I'll give you a point to remember. Next, again, we have learned is am are changes to was were. So same method that present continuous changes to past continuous. If you can't remember the exact rule, it's easy to remember that is am are changes to was were and the ing verb remains same. Next, we have present perfect changes to past perfect. That is the has have changes to had. So again, if you don't remember the exact rule, then it's easy to remember that has have changes to had. The V3 that is there with it will remain same. Same present perfect continuous changes to past perfect continuous. Here also the same rule follows that has have changes to had. Again, we are having the same concept. Has have changes to had. Been writing will remain same. Next, we have past. So till here, I hope everything is clear. Very simple to understand that whenever you're getting is am are, changes to was were. Next, whenever you are having has have, just change it to had. Whenever you are having a V1 form like goes, so changes to went. Any form like play changes to played. And besides this, whenever you have do, does, not, specifically do, does, not, so that changes to did not. So this is what your present concept is. Now coming to the past. When you are having the past form, like simple past changes to past perfect. So here, this is the rule which everyone makes a very common mistake while doing questions. This is was were changes to had been. So whenever you have was were, just blindly fill had been. Only and only this will not change when you are having the reporting verb as says, say, or will say, or tell. So in these cases only, you will not change the tense form. So was, were will remain same, is, am, are will remain same, has, have will remain same. So, but other than that, if you're changing the tense, you have to change was, were to had. Next, we have wrote. Wrote is your simple past. So this is what the rule is. V2. Every V2. Always remember V2 means simple past. V2 means simple past. In the whole tenses, you will not get simple past anywhere other than V2 form. Okay? In the whole simple past, only V2 form is used with simple past. V2 form is not used with any other tense. So here, your V2, that is the simple past. Wrote changes to had plus V3. What we are changing it to? Had plus V3, that is past perfect. So this is again very important rule to notice that whenever you come across any second form of the verb, you have to use had plus V3. Next, did not write. So earlier what we have noticed that do not changes to did not. But what did not changes to? Had not plus V3. This is again a common mistake. So this whole rule is very, very important to note because the kids generally do the mistake here only. Next again was were changes to had been. So once you have learned that was were is changing to what, so you need not to panic. So whenever your was were comes, just change it to had been, whatever tense is given. Next, your past perfect and past perfect continuous, no change. What does that mean? That your had plus V3 remains had plus V3 only. Or had plus been plus ing form remains had been plus ing form only. So in short, whenever you are having had, no need to change anything. Next, very simple concept, can to could, will to would, shall to would should, may to might, and must to had to. Again, this is a confusing thing that the kids make a mistake while doing exercises. May always changes to might and must always changes to had to. So I'm just giving one example. He said that. So here we are changing the inverted commas to that. Sachin will remain Sachin and is will change to was. So he said that Sachin was a good player. Just a second. So here the next rule set of rules comes when we have universal and scientific truths, we don't change that. History related facts don't change. So whenever you are having anything related to history, like Delhi is the capital of India, that is something which has been into existence for many years. So you're not going to change that, and it's not easy to change. So that becomes history related facts. Reporting verbs says to, tells, will say. There is no change in these tense forms. Okay. So here, honesty is the best policy. One more thing, class. I just slipped to tell you here when somebody asked me that shall, how to identify that shall changes to would. It changes when you are having in future tense, like I shall go to park. So that is your future tense. So that when you are sure that I shall go to park tomorrow. So then in that case, shall will change to would because we are talking about tomorrow. Next. Here whenever you are having the speaker at the end, then also while doing the answer, you have to start with the speaker only. The teacher said that honesty is the best policy. Because honesty is the best policy is the proverb, is a fact. So we are not going to change it. Mr. Sinha said the earth is round in shape. Again, a fact. Suresh said that 2020 is a leap year. It is a mathematical fact. Tanmay says because of says will not change the tense, but we will change the pronoun because I is Tanmay here. Who is I? Tanmay. So Tanmay says that he will remain will. He will be a superstar because we are not thinking that he's talking about something. We are saying that he's saying it in the says form. That's why the reporting verb, basically reported speech means when you're converting from when you said something in the past and now you're reporting it. किसी ने किसी को कुछ कहा था. So the person conveyed the thing. So the third person is conveying the facts. So here, how we change the pronouns according to the speaker and listener. So though there is a table here, but again, it is precisely that who is the speaker, who is speaking, and who is listening. Whatever is given strictly in that sentence, according to that sentence only, you have to change your pronouns. Suppose I am saying Neha is saying something. So Neha said that. So if inverted commas, always remember in inverted commas, whenever we have I or we, that is always the speaker. And whenever we have you, that is always the listener. But if you're talking about the third person, he, she, it, they, so that will remain same because we are already talking about the third person. So in that case, we don't change the pronouns. Okay. So these are the different forms of I, me, my, mine. This is the first form. We, us, our. First plural form ka shift. So you should know all your basic pronouns, how to change them also. Next we have you ka version. You, your, yours. So that is a possibility. It can be changed to he, she, they. That can change to me also. In case I am the listener. Suppose Rohit said to me, you are good for nothing. So here, Rohit told me that I was good for nothing. So here, you changed to I. Why? Because me was the list. So suppose I'm again repeating. Rohit said to me, you are. So what we are changing it to? Rohit told me that I was. So here, what is the concept is?